Argentina, it's a name that really conjures up such a vivid tapestry, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
You know, from the pulse of tango in Buenos Aires, a city just brimming with life, to the stark, majestic beauty of Patagonia's horizons, seems almost endless.
Yeah, it's a place that truly lives at both ends of the spectrum. And think about this. It's the 8th largest country on the planet.
Wow, 8th largest.
Yeah, that scale alone, well, it suggests the incredible range of experiences awaiting you. We're talking soaring Andean peaks, then steamy jungle, colossal glaciers carving through the landscape, vineyards stretching out, under that vast sky of the legendary Pampas, and of course those dynamic, unforgettable cities.
Right. And you, our listener, you're probably keen to get a real understanding of Argentina as a travel destination. Maybe a trip is on the cards, or perhaps you're just feeding that curiosity about the world.
Sure.
So our mission today is to immerse ourselves in a comprehensive guide from FlightNHotels.com and really extract the essence of what makes Argentina so compelling.
Exactly. Not just a dry list of sites, but a carefully chosen selection.
Something that will hopefully ignite your imagination and give you some genuine insights.
Precisely. We're aiming to go beyond the typical travel brochure stuff and really understand the spirit of each key region and what makes it distinct.
Okay, let's dive right into Buenos Aires then. It's often called the Paris of South America. That evokes a certain grandeur. What's the reality like?
Well, there's definitely a strong European influence. You can see its architecture and style, for sure. But it's layered with this distinctly Latin American energy and passion. Imagine these elegant, wide avenues, but also echoing with the vibrant, sometimes melancholic strains of tango.
And the guide mentions tango was born there. How deeply does that resonate through the city today?
Oh, it's fundamental, really. Tango isn't just a dance you watch. It's a feeling that just permeates the culture. You'll find milongas tango clubs tucked away. Street performers pouring their hearts out, and even just the rhythm of life in certain neighborhoods kind of echoes its steps. And Buenos Aires is also a real powerhouse for art, from its amazing street art scene to its world-class galleries and the food.
Yeah.
Well, the culinary scene is just incredible.
So if you're walking the streets, what are the absolute unmissable spots, the ones that really give you a sense of the city's character?
Okay, the guide points to La Boca. And it's truly iconic, those brightly painted houses. It's this explosion of color.
Yeah, I've seen pictures.
It's said that early residents used leftover ship paint, which is a great story in itself. And yes, you'll often stumble upon impromptu tango performances right there on the street.
Wow.
Then there's the Recoleta Cemetery. Now, okay, it's a cemetery, but it's an astonishing display of architectural styles. These elaborate mausoleums are almost like miniature chapels. And of course, it's the final resting place of Eva Perón, a hugely influential figure. Her presence is still sort of palpable there.
A place where history and art really intertwine. What else should be on our radar?
Palermo is highlighted as the really trendy district. Think tree-lined streets, dotted with chic cafes, cool independent boutiques, and these gorgeous, sprawling botanical gardens.
Sounds lovely.
It's perfect just to wander, soak up the atmosphere, maybe do some people watching. And then for a truly world-class cultural experience, the Teatro Colón is a must.
Right, the Opera House.
Exactly. It's renowned globally for its acoustics and, well, the stunning interior. Catching a performance there is really something special.
Sounds like a city with real layers to explore. Any insider tips for getting around or choosing where to stay?
Well, the guide wisely suggests that if you want to be centrally located and, within easy walking distance of many of these highlights, focusing your hotel search on the Palermo or Recoleta neighborhoods is probably a smart strategy. You'll find a good range of options there, too.
Okay, good tip. Let's shift gears dramatically now and head north, way up north, to Iguazu Falls. This natural wonder sits right on the border with Brazil, doesn't it?
That's right. Nestled in the lush, subtropical north. And honestly, to call them breathtaking almost feels like an understatement.
Really?
Yeah, it's not just one waterfall. It's an entire system of hundreds of individual cascades. Just an immense, awe-inspiring display of nature's power.
The guide specifically calls out the devil's throat, Garganta del Diablo. That name alone suggests something pretty spectacular.
It is spectacular. It's the largest and most dramatic section. Imagine this colossal U-shaped chasm where just an immense volume of water roars over the edge.
Wow.
The sheer force and the constant mist rising up create this almost primal experience. You don't just see it, you feel it.
And you can actually get quite close to all this raw power.
Oh, absolutely. Iguazu National Park has this fantastic network of walkways and trails. They lead you to various vantage points, offering different perspectives of the falls. And for a truly immersive and very wet adventure, there are boat tours. They take you right to the base of some of the major falls.
Oh, I bet that's exhilarating.
It really is. Feeling the spray, the sheer energy of the water.
Right.
Yeah, it's something else.
Sounds incredible. So how does one typically get to this natural spectacle? What's the practical advice?
Right. The nearest airport is in Puerto Iguazu, code IGR. So the guide recommends looking at flight options there.
Got it.
It also suggests maybe considering staying in one of the eco resorts or hotels nearby. That allows you to be really immersed in the natural beauty, and they often offer unique perspectives or, like, easier access to the park.
Makes sense. Okay, from those tropical cascades to the stark beauty way down south, Patagonia. This is the Argentina of dramatic, sweeping landscapes that often comes to mind, isn't it?
It is indeed. Southern Argentina is just vast, sparsely populated. A true paradise for adventurers and, well, anyone drawn to wild, untamed landscapes. Think towering granite peaks, ancient glaciers, and seemingly endless stretches of untouched wilderness.
The guide highlights a few key spots within Patagonia. First up, El Calafate and the Perito Moreno Glacier. I've seen images of this glacier. It looks almost like a river of ice frozen in time.
It's even more impressive in person, honestly. Perito Moreno is quite unique because it's one of the few glaciers worldwide that is actually advancing, not retreating.
Really advancing.
Yeah. You can walk along these specially constructed viewing platforms and witness these massive icebergs just calving off into the milky turquoise waters of Lake Argentina.
Wow. You can actually see it happen.
Oh, yes. It's a truly dramatic and often noisy event. You hear this huge crack and then a slash.
Incredible. Then there's El Chaltén, which is billed as Argentina's hiking capital. That sounds like a haven for trekkers.
Exactly right. El Chaltén is this small, charming town nestled right at the foot of the majestic Mount Fitzroy. It serves as the gateway to a whole network of well-maintained hiking trails. Everything from easy day walks to challenging multi-day treks, all offering just breathtaking panoramic views of the Fitzroy Massif and the surrounding peaks.
Perfect for hikers, then. And Bariloche gets a mention, too. I've heard it described as having a bit of an alpine, almost Swiss feel.
That's a very apt description, actually. It's set amidst stunning lakes and snow-capped mountains, and it really does have that charming alpine town atmosphere. It's known for its beautiful scenery, but also, maybe surprisingly, for its artisanal chocolates.
Chocolates, okay.
Yeah. And in the winter months, it's a popular destination for skiing and snowboarding, too.
Right. So if someone's planning a Patagonian adventure, where should they look at flying into and maybe basing themselves?
Okay, for exploring Perito Moreno and the El Calafate area, the main airport is El Calafate. That's FTE.
FTE, got it.
For the Bariloche region, you'd fly into Bariloche, which is BRC. And the guide advises looking for accommodations that give you easy access to the national parks and nature reserves, just to really make the most of your time out in the wilderness.
Good practical advice. Let's move north again to Mendoza, a region pretty much synonymous with one thing for many people: incredible wine, particularly Malbec.
Absolutely. Mendoza, situated there in the rain shadow of the towering Andes. It is the heartland of Argentine wine production.
Right.
And Malbec has truly found its perfect expression here. The landscape itself is quite striking, with the vineyard stretching out against that dramatic backdrop of the snow-capped mountains.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
The high altitude, the airy climate. It creates this unique terroir that really contributes to the distinctive character of the wines.
What kind of experiences can you have there beyond, just enjoying the fantastic wines, although that sounds like a pretty good reason to visit in itself?
Oh, definitely. But yeah, immersing yourself in the wine culture is a must. That means taking guided tours of the bodegas, the wineries.
Bodegas, right.
Particularly in regions like Luján de Cuyo and the Uco Valley, where many of the most prestigious vineyards are located. You'll learn about the whole winemaking process, from grape to glass, and of course, indulge in plenty of tastings. Yeah. But the guide also points out that Mendoza is the gateway to Aconcagua National Park, home to the highest peak in the Americas. So incredible opportunities for hiking and mountaineering, too, for the more adventurous.
Wow. Okay. So wine and mountains. And for someone wanting a truly immersive experience in the wine region itself?
Well, the guide highly recommends considering a stay at one of the vineyard estates or maybe a boutique hotel right in the area.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, imagine waking up to panoramic views of the vineyards and the majestic Andes. It's a truly tranquil and sensory experience.
Sounds idyllic. Okay, heading even further north now, we arrive at Salta and Jujuy. This region sounds like it has a very distinct cultural identity, different again.
It absolutely does. Northern Argentina has a very different feel compared to, say, the European influences of Buenos Aires or the wild landscapes of Patagonia. Here you'll find these incredible red rock canyons, vast high-altitude deserts punctuated by bright white salt flats, and charming, colorful Andean towns that reflect a strong indigenous heritage. Traditions preserved for centuries.
The Quebrada de Humahuaca is highlighted as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. What makes it so significant?
It's this long, winding valley carved by the Rio Grande, and the geology has created these incredibly dramatic and vividly colored landscapes. You see layers of rock in hues of red, orange, yellow, green.
Wow.
Beyond the visual spectacle, though, it's also a region steeped in history and culture. Ancient trade routes, traditional villages dotted along the Quebrada, each with its own unique character.
Fascinating. And then there are the Salinas Grandes, the salt flats. I've seen pictures. They look almost surreal, blindingly white.
They are. It's this immense, almost blindingly white expanse of salt stretching out to the horizon, creates amazing optical illusions, great photo opportunities.
Right.
And the guide also mentions the village of Purmamarca, famous for the Hill of Seven Colors, a stunning mountain slope where different mineral deposits create these distinct bands of color, apparently best viewed in the morning light.
So much color up there. Any practical advice for navigating this unique part of Argentina?
Yeah, given the distances between attractions and the unique terrain, the guide suggests carefully comparing transportation options, maybe renting a car for flexibility or using local buses.
Okay.
It also strongly recommends seeking out unique, locally owned accommodations, like staying in traditional adobe houses or family-run guest houses, to really immerse yourself in the local culture and hospitality.
Good idea. Beyond these specific regions, are there any sort of quintessential Argentine experiences that a traveler should really try and consider?
Oh, absolutely. Definitely embracing the passion of tango is a must. Whether you decide to take a lesson and try a few steps yourself or just watch a captivating live performance in Buenos Aires, it's unforgettable. Experiencing the gaucho culture by visiting a traditional estancia, a ranch out in the Pampas, that offers a glimpse into Argentina's rural heartland. Often involves horseback riding, traditional asados.
The barbecue.
The barbecues, exactly, and demonstrations of gaucho skills. For wildlife enthusiasts, the chance to go whale watching off the peninsula of Valdez, usually between June and December, is incredible. They get a huge population of southern right whales there.
Wow.
And for a truly memorable journey through the Andes, there's the Train to the Clouds, Trena Les Nubes. It's an engineering marvel, one of the highest railways in the world, offering breathtaking views. Always wise to check its current operating schedule, though.
Right, good point. Okay, planning a trip to a country as vast and diverse as Argentina, it can feel a little overwhelming, I imagine. The guide we've been referencing, it comes from FlightNHotels.com. What does it highlight in terms of the practicalities, like getting around?
Well, given the sheer scale of Argentina, the guide rightly emphasizes that air travel is often the most practical and, frankly, time-efficient way to cover those long distances between the major regions we've discussed.
Makes sense.
Domestic flights are readily available and connect most of the key tourist destinations.
And this FlightNHotels.com resource, it isn't just for booking flights, is it? It covers more.
No, exactly. It's designed as a comprehensive travel platform. It lets you compare and book flights from a wide range of airlines, both for getting to Argentina and for those crucial domestic connections. Importantly, it also lets you explore and book hotels right across the country. Caters to all budgets and preferences, from luxurious city hotels to charming boutique stays, even those eco resorts we mentioned earlier.
Right.
And if you're planning on self-driving in certain regions, which can be great, it also provides options for car rentals.
So it's really intended to be a sort of central hub for organizing all the different bits and pieces of your Argentine adventure, whatever your travel style or budget might be.
Exactly. That's the idea. The guide underscores the advantages. The convenience of comparing multiple options in one place, the potential for finding, discounted rates, and the user-friendly interface that makes planning and booking pretty straightforward, whether you're on your computer or your phone. They also highlight its global reach, making it accessible no matter where in the world you're starting your travel planning from.
Argentina truly sounds like a destination that offers something for pretty much every type of traveler, doesn't it?
It really does.
From the vibrant urban experiences to these incredibly diverse and, awe-inspiring natural landscapes and this rich tapestry of cultural traditions?
Absolutely. Whether you find yourself captivated by the cosmopolitan energy of Buenos Aires or drawn to the raw, untamed beauty of Iguazu and Patagonia, or perhaps intrigued by the serene vineyards of Mendoza, or fascinated by the vibrant cultural heritage of the north, each region promises a unique and really unforgettable encounter.
So for you, our listener, as you've taken this deep dive with us, what facet of Argentina truly calls to you? Is it the passionate rhythm of tango in the city?
Or maybe the thunderous roar of the Iguazu Falls,
Yeah.
the sight of glaciers calving into those icy waters.
Or perhaps the taste of Malbec under the Andean sun, or the vibrant colors and ancient traditions of the northern regions.
Yeah, lots to choose from. And as you begin to consider making those travel dreams a reality, FlightNHotels.com, as our source guide suggests, is a really valuable starting point for your exploration.
Right.
Whether you're simply curious about flight prices, want to browse the array of hotel options in different regions, or maybe start sketching out a potential itinerary. It's a resource that puts a wealth of information conveniently at your fingertips.
With such an incredibly diverse tapestry of experiences on offer, what single thread of Argentinian adventure will you choose to explore first?